Hi, everyone. It's Brenda reading with Discover Your Spirit on Lilydale Blog Talk Radio. And today I want to talk to you about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the topic of spiritualism. Yes, spiritualism. It's actually a religion, and a lot of people don't know that fact. A lot of people think that being spiritual in nature is the same as spiritualism. Well, not when you're talking about the religion that the people from Lilydale and all over the world follow. And I want to say that the Lilydale season is in full swing, and there are so many things still going on yet. We have main stage events and workshops and daily things that you can attend, message services, church service at 2:30 in the afternoon, a spiritualist church service where you could get a flavor of what it's really like. Different places to visit, bookstore, museum, different shops, places to eat with wonderful food. So I suggest that if you have time, go to www.lilydaleassembly.org and click on the What's Happening tab at the top. And then you can take a look either at the calendar or the actual catalog, which you can download and view to see exactly what you can experience this summer at Lilydale in Western New York. So back to our topic about spiritualism. So it's actually a religion that people follow across the world, and the main tenet of the people that live and support Lilydale Assembly. And I want to talk about the different principles that is involved in being a spiritualist, following the spiritualist religion. Okay, most people think that spiritualism, they equate it with connecting with our spirit loved ones, and that's about it. And it's true. That is one of the major principles in our religion, that we believe that communication between all planes of existence is a reality, okay, and a birthright, that we're all allowed this wonderful gift. So yes, speaking to our spirit loved ones, communicating with them is part of the spiritualist religion, but there is so much more. And this is why I want to talk to you today on my show here about it. The very first principle, if you take a look at different spiritualist churches across the country, even within Lilydale itself, you will see that the first principle is we believe in God, or we believe in infinite intelligence. I have been so surprised over the years in speaking with people, how many people think that spiritualists do not believe in God. That could not be further from the truth. We all believe in God, the God of our understanding, the infinite intelligence, or spirit, if you will. Many times God is referred to as spirit in the spiritualist religion. And, okay, we talk about that we believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We believe that God is all there is. In other words, that God is present in everything that we know, whether it's the birds outside, the earth that we put our feet upon, the oceans, the air that we breathe. God is in everything. Isn't that wonderful? I wonder how many people don't even understand that about the spiritualist religion. Okay. We affirm the divine right of individuals to seek the truth within their own heart, right? So what we're saying is that it's our own understanding through experience on this plane, that we believe in the right of people to believe in the way that they need to believe. Okay, freedom of expression of belief. Life is eternal. We believe that there is an afterlife, that we go on, our energy, our love, who we are, what makes us us, right, doesn't stop at the transition called death. It's just a door opening to another existence. And how do we prove that? Through communicating with our spirit loved ones. And that's what we do as mediums, right? We're really here. Our primary focus as mediums is to prove that there is life after death, that there is more than what we've experienced on this physical plane we call Earth, okay? So that's what we do as mediums. And we do that through bringing evidence, right? Evidence through our readings. When we sit with our client and we discuss possibly, what their loved one liked to do, and maybe some quirky mannerisms, or maybe a specific illness that they had, or a favorite food, or, very specific things that wouldn't be general to everybody else. That's what we try to do as mediums, and we try to practice and practice because we want to refine that ability to bring your spirit loved one to you, so that you know that while they are doing whatever they're doing on the other side, in the next room, if you will, that they still think about us, they still know about us, they're still involved in our life here on Earth, okay? I get pretty passionate about this, so bear with me. The ultimate expression of loving God is to love thy neighbor as thyself, all right? We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now, that particular principle of spiritualism is pretty in all structured religions across the globe. It's not any different than, treat people the way you would want to be treated. It's something that we learn in our homes as children, right? And that we want to practice. And this is where sometimes as humans, myself included, fall short because, we are human and we do have times when our humanness gets the best of us. But you know what? Excuse me, we get up the next day and we try over again. And we try again to be the best people we can be in that treating others the way we want to be treated. So that's a principle of spiritualism. It's in the religion, right? So how many of you are surprised to hear that? Okay. Oh, let's see what else I want to talk about. All right, I want to talk about natural laws, okay? We believe in personal responsibility and that individuals create their own reality according to natural law. So personal responsibility, that is a tenet of spiritualism. That's a principle. That's something that we believe in, that you are responsible for how you act and your deeds and your thoughts and what you do upon this planet. You don't get a get out of jail free card for treating people poorly. You're responsible for that. Okay. So to me, that's basically what we're taught from young children, right? You have to be responsible for yourself and how you act in accordance to natural law. Natural law. I happen to have some here that I want to share with you. And these are all part of the spiritualist religion. Okay? So just as there are natural laws governing our seen universe, there's also laws governing our unseen world. Okay? Law of service. The function of all life is to serve the highest good. We're here to make a difference, right? How do we do that? By developing our relationship with our God, our eternal, infinite presence. So it's essential to empowering us with a desire to serve the highest good. When we do our prayer, at least I do when I'm connecting to spirit, I always say for the highest and best in some form or fashion, because we always want what is best for the person at that moment, right? And if we want to serve the highest good, serve the God of our understanding, serve others, I feel that we will get the courage and the strength that we need to do that by developing our relationship with our own God. our own God of our understanding. The law of free will. We are all born into this world with free will. In other words, that this particular law connects to the principle of personal responsibility. So just as we create the good in our lives, we have the power to change the undesirable, the things we want to be better at in our lives as well, by changing ourselves, right? We just try. We can wake up the next day and say, you know what, I'm going to try to be more patient with my husband. Or I'm going to try to be more supportive of other people in my life. Or, think about how you can be better in service to others and your own God of your understanding. Law of thought. I like this one. We manifest our thoughts into our lives. This is very scientific, and if you know anything about me and how I teach, everything is energy, and our thoughts and our wishes and our prayers have so much power. Our thoughts create conditions in our lives. So a positive, constructive, open-minded attitude necessary for spiritual growth, right? So your thoughts matter. Your prayers matter. So if you really want to learn about how powerful our prayer is, look up Dr. Emoto, okay? He did experiments with water in Japan and showing the effects of how our thoughts and our words affected the actual molecules of water. And we are made up of water, right? Huge percentage. The moon affects us. The moon affects the water. So if our thoughts affect water, our thoughts affect other people. So look up him. He has some books, beautiful information. The law of vibration. Everything in the world has a vibration and nothing rests. That's been proven, Our atoms, our molecules, everything is moving, okay? And it includes our thoughts, which affect everything. So specifically, people ask, how do mediums connect with, our spirit loved ones on the other side? Well, everything is vibration, including they have a vibration, we have a vibration, and we have to raise our vibration to meet theirs, and they have to lower their vibration to meet ours. And then that sweet spot where the vibrations match, that's where the communication occurs. Did you ever wonder why in a spiritual church service, they sing uplifting music right before the medium demonstrates on the platform? It helps to raise the vibration. There are so many things you can do to raise your own personal vibration, whether it's music, good food, dancing, laughter, being outside. There's a plethora of things you can do. So if you're thinking about trying to sit in the stillness and communicate with your spirit loved one, or just the God of your understanding, start with gratitude. Have a thought of gratitude for something, whether it's the air you breathe, the people in your life that you love, the fact that you're warm and you have clothes on your back or food in your belly, anything, because we all have something that we can be grateful for. So start with that thought and feel it in your heart, because gratitude is one of the highest vibrating emotions. And when you start there, you begin that ascension to the sweet spot where communication is possible. Law of attraction. Vibrations of the same frequency and quality attract each other. We draw people to ourselves that are like us. And it's also true of our spirit guides, right? You've heard about spirit guides and teachers. That's also part of spiritualism. We get the ones that we need the most, and it's the law of attraction. So whatever we're working on in our spiritual journey at the moment, Spirit sends us the help that we need based on what we need. Law of progression. All life is progressive. Everything we do is a learning experience. God forgives us. There's no judgment. No mistakes are final, right? It's a loving, infinite spirit. They want us to learn from what we do. And as long as we make amends and seek to make positive changes, we progress on our journey. Law of infinite supply and abundance. The unseen world is eternal and infinite. Our poor little brains can't even fathom or imagine or experience the abundance and infiniteness of spirit. So as we attune to God in spirit, our life can be made more abundant in the ways that are right for us. Law of love and truth. All living things express love and seek the light. And by doing so, we find peace and happiness. You know that feeling you get when you've helped somebody, whether it's on purpose or just, a happy accident? That is the law of love and truth, because we're helping somebody. It's an expression of love. And I think about children in that respect. Yes, they have their little temper tantrums because they're learning how to use their words instead of yelling and having, stamping their feet and things like that, but they also give love so freely. They don't, it doesn't have an attachment or a requirement, right? They just love you. And you can tell by looking in their eyes. From infants, you can look in the child's eyes and you can see the love that they have for you. And it's a natural thing. Love is a natural thing. Cause and effect. We create the events and circumstances of our lives through the power of our own interpretations, beliefs, and thoughts, right? Sometimes all we need to change our life is a change in our thought, a change in our perspective, a change in our expectations of what we thought we wanted to happen. That's, I don't know a lot about Buddhism, but I do understand the concept that it's our expectations that cause us sorrow. And once we learn to release our expectations of things and just allow things to be as they are and accept that, the sorrow dissipates. I mean, usually we're disappointed because something didn't live up to the expectation that we placed upon it, that we decided it should be. And I think when we have such high, and I'm guilty of this too, when we have such high expectations for something or someone even, we miss out on the experience, the actual experience of what it is, of who that person really is, of the event or happening that we're experiencing. We miss out on the fullness of it because we are so attached to the expectation that we placed upon the person or the event or the situation. And that's when we get disappointed, and that's when we get unhappy. I'm a planner by nature, okay? I like to plan everything out. And, I have, now if you saw my desk right now, you'd say, well, that's definitely not planned out, okay? It's actually, I'm at my dining room table. But from, I like things to work a certain way. And I have found that it really leads to stress and anxiety and disappointment when things don't flow the way they should. So at my 61 years of age, I have finally learned from a lot of help from my friend Barb to go with the flow and let things be and to leave room for the unexpected, because it's in those moments of the unexpected that the magic happens, right? If everything is structured and there's no room for the magic. One of the other tenets of spiritualism that is so important, so very important, is we affirm the innate gifts of mediumship, which we've talked about, and healing, and that they are expressions of God's love, right? Healing is an expression of God's love, God's unconditional healing love for us. And today I'm going to do a little healing exercise, mini meditation, whatever you want to call it for you here in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to tell you that in Lilydale, there is a beautiful building called the Healing Temple. And it was opened in 1955. And I'm reading from the catalog itself. It has remained a place of peace and solitude for all those who come to renew their energies through healing or quiet meditation and prayer. Spiritualists pray. Can you believe it? Tongue in cheek there. So Monday, I want to get this right. The Healing Temple has different services, okay, during the day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you want to check the online catalog or the actual catalog for the correct times. But you can go in there and you can receive spiritual healing from the different healers that are at the front of the church. Now, these healers have been trained in how to do spiritual healing. And just by sitting there in the church, the healing presence of spirit is palpable. You can feel it, you can sense it, and it's such a beautiful way to spend a few moments of your day in that energy. So I would encourage you, whether you have physical issues or emotional things that you're trying to work out, or mental things that, are overwhelming you, to visit the Healing Temple and experience the spiritual healing that gets done there, as it's part of the spiritualist religion. It's part of our natural gifts. It's part of our birthright, this connection with spirit for the purposes of healing. So I think at this moment, I'm going to do a little healing exercise with you, okay? So don't do this if you're driving. You can always come back to this, if you're listening to it, you can always come back to this again, because it will be recorded and put on Facebook, on the Lilydale Assembly Facebook page. And I'll also post it to my YouTube channel, I think, so that you can listen and use it again, okay? So let's start by just being comfortable in our chairs and taking a few deep breaths. Make sure your feet are firmly on the floor. Put your hands in your lap. And just begin to become aware of your breath. Close your eyes and give yourself this gift of a few moments with the God of your understanding. So as we become more aware of our breath, I ask you to take your attention to the top of your head, where your crown chakra is located. And I ask you to reach up with your spirit, with gratitude, and ask for the God of your understanding, the infinite intelligence, the love, the God that you understand, to begin to send you energetic healing for your highest and best good, always for your highest and best good. And whether you envision it as a stream of light or a color, right? or a beam, however you want to envision this beautiful energy that's coming from your God of your understanding. Allow it to begin to move closer to your head and begin to flow through you. Feel it enter your crown chakra and move down through your face and feel the muscles of your face relax. It's that healing full of unconditional love. I like to imagine it as being pink, and golden, flecks, and white. And it fills my face. And then have it move down through your throat and down through your chest. And take that deep breath in. Just breathe in that loving, healing energy from spirit. And you can feel anything, any tension just begin to leave your body. Just be in that moment. And feel that energy move down into your chest area. Fill your heart center. Oh my. Feel the unconditional, loving, healing energy of spirit. Just fill that heart center of yours. You may feel a little confirmation that you know that something's going on. For me, sometimes I feel this little click, or I feel like I want to start moving a little bit, because the energy of God is so powerful that God knows how much they can give us so that we can process it as a human. So you may feel a confirmation, if you will, that the healing, loving energy of God is in your heart center. Take another deep breath in. Now, as we feel this loving energy, we ask Spirit to send the healing energy to wherever we need it the most at this moment. Whether it's mental, physical, emotional healing, spiritual healing, right? Whether we need some guidance on our purpose, our path. Just feel that love from Spirit fill you, and knowing that it's going to go wherever you most need it in your body right now. And allow it to move through you, within you, around you. And just let it be. And let's just sit in this moment of this beautiful, loving energy from Spirit, the God of your understanding. And as you do this, you may have an emotional release. You may have some tears. You may have that experience, and that's perfectly fine, because Spirit is working its magic within you, its love within you, and helping you to heal whatever emotional issue you may have had or are having now. So allow yourself, if you need to cry, cry. It's fine, right? Best way to get it up and out. And you can sit in this power, the power of God, as long as you wish. But for the purposes of this radio show, I'm going to move us along. And you may find, as you sit in this power of Spirit, this healing energy, that you may actually get some messages or feelings or experience colors, or, and that's great. That's the opening of your spiritual gifts, which are your natural born rights. And allow that to happen too. So we're going to thank Spirit and God for this beautiful energy, this healing energy. that we've been given. We're going to ask that it stay with us all day today, helping us navigate our journey and our path. So take a moment in your own heart and mind to thank Spirit. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to release it out. We're going to slowly come back to our bodies, because right now I feel like I could even maybe take a nap. I'm just so relaxed. But at the same time, I feel a little energized, right? I feel energized and relaxed at the same time, if that's possible. So open your eyes and wiggle your toes, move your arms, and feel so happy and peaceful in the knowing that you're a child of God and you are so deserving of every healing and loving energy that there is in the universe for you. And you can do this in the morning, you can do this at night, you can sit in the healing energy of Spirit anytime you need to or wish to. And I encourage it, because we all need help, right? In some way or another. So let's just recap quickly about all the wonderful things about spiritualism that you may not have known before you listen to this. We are so much more than connecting with spirit loved ones. Yes, it is a huge piece of the belief of spiritualism, because in that connection, when evidence is brought through, we prove the continuity of life, that life is eternal, and that we don't end in this physical existence. We move on and further grow our spirit. I'm getting chills with that. But we also have healing in spiritualism. And we have principles, which in many ways sound much like other religions of the world, do unto others and be responsible and just, be a beacon of love and light when you can. Because remember, we're humans. And that God is understanding and forgiving, and we just need to try the next day. So I encourage you, there are church services on the grounds in Lilydale at 2:30 every day, Monday through Saturday. There's a church service at 2:30, usually in the auditorium, and you can come and experience. There will be singing, there will be a speaker that will talk about something very important and uplifting. There will be a medium demonstrating, hoping to connect you to your spirit loved ones. And then on the weekend, there is the healing portion in the service, but you can go to the healing temple every day when you're there. So I encourage you to check that out. So I hope that this show that I did today for you is helpful, and maybe you'll take a moment to check out more about the religion of spiritualism and Lilydale Assembly itself. So I want to thank you, and until next time, right? Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye.